Sur les bords du lac du Bourget, la radio autrement. Radio Grand Lac.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Hello, and welcome back to Your English Weekly on 92.1 FM. Bonjour, chers auditeurs, et bienvenue à l'émission Your English Weekly sur le 92.1 FM. L'émission qui vous présente le meilleur de la langue anglaise, bien entendu, de la culture et du divertissement. Je suis votre animatrice Sinead et je suis ravie d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui et aussi avec mon collègue Tim. Hi Tim.
Hi Sinead.
Vous pouvez me trouver sur Your English Workshop à Aix ou le Ravoir. N'oubliez pas, on a quelques petites infos pour le Pâques. Je profite de ce moment pour dire que les inscriptions pour les primaires au collège sont ouvertes pour les vacances de Pâques. Donc voilà, la première semaine. Aussi, je profite pour dire le 29 mars, je fais une réunion d'information de 9h à 10h sur les séjours à l'étranger. L'épisode aujourd'hui est de niveau A2B1, bien sûr avec un contenu assez passionnant, avec Tim et moi-même. Nous avons tout ici sur Your English Weekly, so restez à l'écoute, auditeurs, restez bien et vous allez entendre de qu'est-ce qu'on va parler aujourd'hui. Good afternoon, lovely listeners, and welcome to Your English Weekly, the show that brings you the best of the English language and culture and, of course, entertainment. A2 level, B1 level. Today, I'm your host, Sinead, and I'm with Tim, who's going to talk to us today about... Tim, what are you going to talk to us today about?
I'm going to talk about an opportunity for green jobs.
For green jobs. Sounds good to me. And I'm going to talk about a city in Ireland, because, you know, we are in March. And what happens in March, Tim, in Ireland?
In March in Ireland? Got me there.
I know you know.
Yes, I think next Saturday I might have a pint of Guinness.
Why is that?
It's Paddy's Day.
Exactly. Paddy's Day, which is St. Patrick's Day, and March is concentrated or is looked at with Ireland this month. Okay, well, don't miss out on the fun. Stay tuned with us, and here we go. So, Tim, tell us about the green jobs. What are we going to hear today?
We're going to hear about, it's about, instead of recycling old materials you have, electronics, try and fix them yourself.
Okay, so before we talk about the green jobs, what's your pun for us? Do you remember, listeners? We always have a pun every week. So what's your pun for us this week, Tim?
Okay. The past, the present, and the future all walk into a bar.
Or into a pub. So the past, the present, and the future all walk into a pub. Well, I don't know, Tim.
It was tense.
It was tense. Okay. So you've got the past, the present, and the future being the tenses. And of course, when you go into a bar and you have a lot of people, there's a great atmosphere and it's quite intense and tense. Okay, I get it. Thanks, Tim. So, Tim, what vocabulary are we going to hear today about green jobs and repairing things that we can use again and not always just buy?
We have household stuff.
Okay, so household stuff. That would be like électroménager.
Old folks.
Des personnes âgées ou des personnes... Chez nous, old folks can also be les personnages, les gens.
Okay, for throwaway.
Donc, jetable.
Highly skilled jobs.
Donc, des emplois assez qualifiés.
Lower skilled jobs.
Peu qualifiés.
Open up.
Donc, alors, I don't know, would be open up, ouvrir, créer, I don't know. Yeah, ouvrir, créer.
Spur.
Inciter.
Reduced.
Diminuer.
For instance.
Par exemple.
Refurbished.
Reconditionner.
Dumped.
Okay. Dumped, thrown away, jeté.
Overseas.
À l'étranger.
Zero rating VAT.
Alors, VAT, c'est le TVA. Et zero rating, TVA 0, je crois, non?
Voilà. Fix.
Ah bah, repérer.
Okay, they're the words we'll hear.
Okay, well, Tim, tell us about your interesting article. Where did you find the article?
In the Go magazine.
Okay, in Go magazine. So listeners, remember, we'll put it on the website. At the top of the website, you will find a little button you can click on written The Radio Show.
Okay, so why don't we repair things anymore?
I don't know. Why don't we?
Well, you often hear that from old folks, as I say. Well, repairing the household stuff may be back in fashion, according to this article. It helps save the environment in this throwaway consumer society. Mm-hmm. The Green Alliance think tank has found more than 500,000 jobs in the next 15 years could be created by minimising waste.
Good news.
Everything from washing machines to phones, well, parts of the phones, could be reused and repaired. Mm-hmm. Highly skilled jobs could be invented to repair electronics and machinery, while lower skilled jobs would also open up. The most recent report Green Alliance did shows that the UK government should make more of an effort to spur a circular economy where waste is reduced and resources keep their value. Okay.
And do you yourself, Tim, recycle things?
I do a lot of recycling, yes. I feel I'm doing something good by recycling. Mm-hmm. However, when you hear of recycling does have some disadvantages, like where we ship plastic overseas for other countries to take care of it. And that doesn't sound quite as environmentally friendly as you'd expect.
No, but there are now companies that create, with the plastic bottles, etc., that create what they have, the little bille, the little circles, the little, I don't know, the little round bille,
yes,
bills, and they today are recycling, and they're selling them to big companies to recreate plastic bags, to recreate different articles.
Good.
So yeah, I think it's getting better.
Well, I mean, yes, it has to. However, I think it would be good to reuse things which we've already purchased rather than just throw it away, because you can get a new one. And not much.
And I think today as well, they're going to be taxing companies that are coming in from China with clothes, for example, with the fast fashion I saw on the radio or on the television the other day. So yeah,
so they should do. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think so too.
But the think tank, the Green Alliance, promotes the introduction of certain government policies for this, because it includes a training program for workers, which would be good, promote more jobs, and zero rating VAT on repairs and refurbishment.
Fantastic.
So there's a open market there.
Yeah. Things are changing fast.
Indeed.
And can you give us an example, for example, of something that can be refurbished, reconditionné?
Well, we see there's shops in Aix-les-Bains, like iPhone repair shops.
Yeah.
So there's already things happening there, and they can be repaired at a small cost and resold.
Perfect.
For their value. So that's good news.
Yeah. Especially for people who need a phone and don't have the means of paying. I don't know, how much is a new phone today, Tim?
Well, yeah. I mean, a new iPhone, I'd probably, if I had to buy one now, a new iPhone, you'd probably want to get a reconditioned one, because They're very expensive.
Absolutely.
But then you have like in French it's électroménager, like the cafetière.
Like the coffee
Coffee machines, very small electronics, which are probably not too difficult to fix, but because it's broken, you don't want to open it up and have a look inside, but maybe a wire's come loose.
Exactly, and you just have to put it back together.
Yeah.
But we all need a little. We should have in school now, we need a little bit of training to know how to repair.
Yes, of course, yes. Good.
Okay, good.
And what are you going to talk about?
Well, that's what I said earlier, that I have a B1 level today. And today I thought we would talk about, because Ireland being my home city and St. Patrick's, so March I kind of dedicate to Ireland. Did you know, or do you know anything about Derry?
Derry. Derry's famous Londonderry. I've heard of Londonderry.
Okay, which is Londonderry.
Is it a county?
Yeah, absolutely, in Ireland. So let's have a look now at some of the vocabulary we're going to hear today, listeners. We're going to hear, I know the word is very similar between French and English, but quite often the mistake is made between niece and nièce. Okay, due to, en raison de. War, la guerre, the 17th century walls, pour les remparts du XVIIe siècle, a surrounding area, une région environnante, regarding its status, en ce qui concerne son statut, sensitive issue, une question sensible. So, issue, question. Retailers, commerce. It's worth knowing. Il faut savoir. So, here we go. Derry, where one of my nieces actually lives, is officially known as Londonderry. It is a city in Northern Ireland, not the Republic. It is situated in the northwest part of Northern Ireland, near the border with the Republic of Ireland. It's located on the River Foyle and is the second largest city in Northern Ireland after Belfast. So listeners, just keep in mind you can find the article on the website, and of course you can read about it. So Derry has been historically significant due to its role in various events, including the siege of Derry in 1689. So in 1689 was the Willamette War in Ireland. It's also very well known for the 17th century walls, which among the walls, which is the forteresse, are the well-preserved walls in Europe, the best preserved walls in Europe, and of course they have a panoramic view. Derry is not independent. It's part of the UK with Northern Ireland, and of course it has been a sensitive issue with historical tensions that are known as the Troubles. Do you know what the Troubles are, Tim?
They relate to the Irish Resistance Army, the British Army.
Yeah, they do, exactly, from 1969 to 1998. And of course there was a little bit of political violence, terrorism between the Irish and the English at this time. But of course, they still celebrate Ireland's National Day, the 17th of March, with St. Patrick's Day. So for them, it's a very rich and cultural city. And there's quite a big artistic scene there too, with festivals all year round, which contribute, of course, to the vibrant atmosphere. Derry, well, it's not a huge city, of course, but it does have a big economic activity. of course, with tourism, retail, because they were the capital of Europe. Do you know in what year, Tim?
No, I don't.
Okay. In 2013, they were the capital of the UK and Europe.
Wow.
Okay. Voila. So they have their own development. There's many things to go and see. Attractions will include the city walls, as I said earlier. There's a beautiful building that's called Guild Hall. Peace Bridge, of course. Peace Bridge, we can imagine what it means. Crossing the River Foyle. And listeners, there's so much to say, we'll have to come back to that for next time. Anyway, keep in mind that the script is on the website, www.yourenglishworkshop.com. So, well, I hope, listeners, you've learned more with myself and Tim today, expanded your vocabulary. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube. And remember, we air every Tuesday from 12:15 to 12:30. Stay with us today for the different things at 5 o'clock, at 17h, 1 hour, 1 commune with Grésy Serex and Jean-Pierre. At 6:15, c'est bientôt l'apéro avec Sylvain. At 7:30, la 16e emission sur le cinéma with Kevin and Guillaume. Well, I hope you'll be back with us next week, and we were happy that you were with us today on the 92.1 FM, and bye to you from us at you.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac, votre radio.